Our guest is an artist by the name of Deynellz. I hope I pronounced that right. Deynellz, do I have you on the phone, man?
Yeah, I'm right here. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yeah, it's Deynellz.
Deynellz, what's up, man? Welcome to the Source FYI. And this evening, our special guest co-host is none other than Mr. Angelo Ellaby, the president and CEO of Double Exposure. And tonight, man, we got you in our artist spotlight.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming on this evening. Talk to us real quick, and we got some music by you that we're going to play as well. But my first question to you is, where are you actually from?
I'm from the Bronx, New York.
Bronx, okay, representing the Boogie Down Bronx.
Boogie Down Bronx, uptown, baby.
Okay,
but I moved to Jersey when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
And I was living in Irvington, New Jersey. I went to Irvington High. Then I left Jersey when I was 21 because I was kind of stuck out there because there's a lot of things going on, you know. So
okay.
when I left Jersey, I came up north to Utica, New York, 315, and I learned a lot coming up here, you know, about music, about people, about diversity.
Okay.
You know, a lot of different things. So it worked out good.
Okay. Well, so you're in upstate New York now?
Yep, upstate New York.
Okay. What inspired you to get into the industry, to music?
Well, you know, I'm from the Bronx, so music was around me all my life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like in my DNA. But besides that, you know, I just love music because music is it like a way of life, so to speak. You know, if you listen to the right person can teach you the right thing. You know, I just so happen to like a lot of different people, so when I do music, I just express myself on many different levels, you know? It's not just about the streets all the time. It's about society, too. It's about a lot of different things.
All right. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you performed or worked with any mainstream artists?
No, I never had worked with any mainstream artists. I've been doing this by myself for about 4 years. You know, I got a lot of friends. I'm just basically trying to learn everything before I jump out the window, you know?
Okay. All right.
Like you said, you got to learn first before you can jump out the window.
Okay. And so you're actually, you produce, you write?
Yes.
Do you rap as well?
Yes.
Okay. And I see that I got someone, I know that I got Henny somewhere. Tell us about Henny out of Newark.
Oh, Henny the Dawn? Yeah, that's my man. That's one of my best friends out of Newark, New Jersey. I met him when I moved to Jersey. You know, he's one of the artists that I produced some of his songs for him. You know, hopefully he could get a spotlight appearance on here too.
Okay.
And, you know, we just grew up together. He came out here to Utica with me for a while. We did some music out here. You know, that's the song that you got right there.
Okay.
And, you know, to me, he's like the new coming of hip-hop. He's like the Beanie Siegel of hip-hop to me, you know?
Okay. All right, well, that's what's up. We have a song here by you this evening that we're going to be playing called Loose Screw.
Yes.
All right, you want to tell us about Loose Screw, and then we'll play it, and then we come back, we'll talk some more with you. Even if Angelo, because he's my guest coach, so anything he wants to ask or direct the question as well, he's welcome to do that as well. While we have you here in the spotlight, tell us about Loose Screw.
Oh, Loose Screw we made that concept up out here in Utica, New York. It's a group that I do a couple of songs with. I'm trying to promote them to a little song if it's possible. But yeah, Loose Screw is All-Star on there. We got Henny on there second. Then I'm third, and we got R&B singing on the hook. You know, it's just repping, you know, our hood, Utica, New York, trying to get Utica on the map.
All right, well, that's what's up. We're going to play it here on this evening. And as you all know, we have Deynellz in our artist spotlight on this evening. We're about to play some music by him called Loose Screw. Check it out, and then we'll talk with him after it some more and ask him some more questions.
You dig it, Doug, you dig? We in here. Dial letters. Utica, New York. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna rep my hood till the day I on 100 in the game. It's funny you a lame. I'm like the air up there. I'm doing a 720 in the game. Look, remove half your stomach when I drive past. Nickname the AK, gastric bypass. Eat like a king when I shit the toilet bus. So I play my chords every day like a royal flush. Make the crowd scream like they seen a poltergeist. I like the time I was thin cross, shortest fight, best in the world. All stars to the essence. Shit, I'm like the Grinch. I snatch away your presents. My fiends getting agents too. I like them geeking. Always push the Batman. I'm like Michael Keaton.
Nigga, I'm gonna rep my hood to the day I die, nigga. My aim's on the top of the roof. I was just to bring it down. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now.
If it's BC, you need more than a stove to eat me. Niggas like masturbate on no arms, they can't beat me. It's the high flow or the way I deliver. Man, I couldn't lose a battle if I spit in the mirror. You fuckin' with this, it's slapped in the fist. And it's hard to use the bathroom when bullets get trapped in your pit. Up in your arm, bullets rotating your wrist. Up in your broad, dick rotating your bitch. You hating this shit, cause you know we spit the hardest. I your head redder than that see that Moses party. I'm one of the hottest niggas spitting. You don't like it, fine. I put cosmetics on your brain so you can make up your mind. Drilling the pump, make my adrenaline pump. Fading the pump, chop his body up, leaving a chump. Up in the dump, in the garbage can next to some junk. I can wear hoodies all winter, you can call me a monk.
Nigga, I'm gonna rep my hood to the day I die, nigga. My aim's on the top of the roof. I was just to bring it down. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now.
Yeah, I'm a survivor. Cadillac driver, but jump out the Impala. Finish the saga, you dump your body in Nicaragua. Double the G, be the fathers who broke the style. A laid back wow, who wanna act now? We get it down, stay with the pound. In any town, BX, germ shout. We cold hearted, beg niggas pardon. Flinch and the whole nigga folded.
Nigga, I'm gonna rep my hood to the day I die, nigga. My aim's on the top of the roof. I was just to bring it down. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now. I'm a little smooth rider now.
Yeah. That was Loose Screw, and that was by Deynellz. What's up, Deynellz, man? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let me see. Let me ask you this question real quick.
Right.
What A-list artists would you like to collaborate with?
Honestly, man, there's so many, but probably right now it'll probably be like KRS-One. That's the state of mind I'm on right now. I'm more into like trying to teach the young youth, you know. I'm more into trying to teach the young youth. So I was like KRS-One, Buckshot Shorty, you know. Those are the kind of rappers that I grew up on. So.
Okay.
More
all
than
right, and
I'm not really into the Jay-Z thing right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this question. My final question to you, then, if Angelo wants to direct the question to you, he can as well. But what separates you from other rappers in the industry?
Personally, just my versatility when it comes to like the flow. When I do a song, I'm never coming on the track with the same exact flow at all. The beat moves me, so however the beat come to me is how I'm gonna approach the song. So I think that's what makes me different than other artists.
All right. Angelo, you have any question for our artist spotlight guest on this evening?
I absolutely do. I wanted to find out from you. You say you were raised in Newark, New Jersey, or Irvington, New Jersey, which is all the same because I'm from Newark as well.
Yes.
Why music? Why did you decide
personally,
music?
like, I just feel because that's a way for my friends to get motivated and hopefully someday get out of there.
Okay, so let me ask you, while you're serving to be the vehicle of connection for them to get out of there, what is your educational movement for your friends? What are you teaching them away from music? How are you uplifting them? How are you educating them? And how are you providing for them the wherewithals to get out of Newark, to get out of Irvington, or to get out of Harlem, or to get out of some of these urban neighborhoods? And second part to my question, is it getting out physically, or is it getting out mentally, and is it going back to contribute to a city that gave you the fortune to identify with your talent?
Well, personally, it's getting out physically and mentally, tell you the truth, because you got to mentally remove yourself from that kind of area, because just because you left the area doesn't mean that you won't take that same mentality to where you're going. And I also lead by example.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I beg to differ, because I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and I'm from Irvington, New Jersey. I'm a lot older than you and a little bit wiser to understand that I have to give back to my city. I have to give back to the areas. One second, buddy. Well, one second. What I'm saying to you, and as a senior, just listen to me. As a senior, what you want to do is educate them about the business of music. And you wanted them to go back into your cities, your urban cities, and educate the other ones that's there. What we have here in the music industry, we don't have no place else. We got a unity. And it's a unity in hip-hop that can never be broken. And I feel your vibe of your song and your musical content. What I want you to do for me, you don't know me from a can of wet paint, but what I want you to do for me is take what you're doing, because I think what you're doing is a great thing, is to teach one, is to reach one, and to make sure they come back to those urban cities and educate those young brothers about the struggle and the plight and contribute back to the city in which you came from. Because now what you're doing is the lyrical content of what you teach is now what you preach, and now how they follow you. That's all I'm saying to you. Be a part of the culture. Be a part of a culture that is so rich. You got to understand, man, what are you, in your 20s? I'm 50. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I grew up on hip-hop. I grew up on the fact that this music was never accepted in white America. Now what we have is a reverse, that this music has been pimped for 35 years, and now it's acceptable. Now we got to go back and teach our young people who feel that this music is going to get them out of this industry how they must go back and infiltrate this community that denied them the right to have their freedom as a lyricist. So that's what I want to say to you. I'm not beating you up. I'm saying all we got to do as leaders, because I think you're a leader. Because you speak about your friends, you speak about your music, you think about the commitment, and particularly when you talk about KRS-One, we understand where he comes from.
Right.
And he was all about teaching and educating and letting that mind be free and enriching that mind with knowledge. And that's what I want to see you do, man. That's how we win. And it's not important about winning every race. It's just important that you stay in the race so that you will one day eventually win that race. But when you win, everybody else wins.
Right.
Wow. That's what's up. We are in the Artist Spotlight segment for show. One more question for you before and thank you very much for that, Angelo. And also thank you, Deynellz, for being in the Artist Spotlight on tonight. Someone in the chat room asked me to ask you a question, Deynellz. They wanted me to ask you, are you willing to do music even if there's never any monetary reward?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I could teach one, I'd do it.
What'd you say?
I said if I could teach one, I'd do it.
All right.
Hey, my man, that's what I'm talking about. And yo, that's just on a real tip. It's just on a real tip. It's about teaching, man.
I understand where you're coming from. All I'm trying to say is that, there's all different, you got different moods once in a while. Maybe that day I just felt like a loose screw, maybe because I was going through something.
Yeah.
But that's not going to pertain to what I do in my total overall life.
I understand.
So everybody got different genres. Like Jay-Z, he started talking about selling crack his whole career. And then all of a sudden, he wanted to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? And these things happen. Sometimes it takes you to talk about that to get out the hood, to give back to the hood. I will never leave my hood. You see what I'm saying? That's why I talk about Jersey. I'm not in Jersey. But all my friends are in Jersey, but I reach out to everybody if I can, and I bring them up here to do this with me, so when they go back to the hood, they can show their friends that I'm doing something, and that motivates them, whether you think it or not. But these streets is different now from back in the 50s, too.
Brother, but let me just tell you something. They ain't no different. They ain't no different than what it was when I'm back there.
Because
one second. With all respect, I'm still in the streets.
I understand that, but
I'm as prominent as I was 25 years ago. I'm that prominent. I grind every single day. I grind every single day, and I talk to young rappers like you every single day. I visit the prisons every single day of my life. I understand the disorder in our communities. And what I'm saying to you, to reach one is to teach one. And yes, and yeah, whatever Jay-Z said, and yeah, everybody does have mood swings. And that's what music is about. It's a universal language. It speaks within our heart, our mind, our body, and our soul, our experiences. And so, yes, Jay-Z can switch, you can switch. It is a mood thing. But as long as the mood goes 24, if it goes back around in that circle and it goes back to that community, which enriches another life, it touches another heart, and lifts them out of a community, that's at the end of the day, I think we're winning the race.
Right.
We're on the same page.
Right, we're on the same page, trust me.
No doubt, no doubt.
I appreciate your insight, really, though, because we need more firm people, more people to tell you straight up how life is and what life is about. Because people sugarcoat things too many times, and they lead you to believe that, oh, it's going to be a big mansion on the other side of this hill if you sign this contract, and you got to work to get to that house across that hill. So I do appreciate it.
You know what? You're 200% right. And the other side is that we got to be able to read that contract, because trickery is a bitch.
Exactly.
It'll get you every single time.
It sure is.
You know, everybody wants that rose garden, but everybody thinks the grass is greener on my side of the street. It's the same grass on your side of the street. It's how I go to cut my grass and how I go to plant my seeds.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So as long as we can plant the seeds and cut the grass at the same time, we can be on the same side of the road.
Yes, we can.
You understand what I'm saying? So I want to applaud your effort. I think my tonality and my delivery may be coming off a little harsh, but it's coming off so that you can understand your importance.
Exactly.
And your importance to me is very important, buddy. Excuse me?
I said we from the same street, so you got to give it like that.
There you go. I just want to make sure that we walk on the same street, we go down the same avenue, and that you stay focused, and that nobody that can take anything away from what your willpower is. Don't stop doing what you're doing. And it ain't about the money. It's got to be about the art. It's got to be about your energy. The money will come. But if you're a believer in this music, I want you to learn about this industry so that you can really win, so that you can really go back in the community and make a difference.
Can you teach me a little bit more?
I absolutely can. I'll give you my phone number.
Yes, do that. Thank you.
I'll give you my phone number. I'll make sure that Kenton gets the phone number. You call me up, and I'll give you all the time that you need.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, my man.
No doubt. Deynellz, do me a favor, man. Give everyone some information how they can get in touch with you. Whether it's a MySpace page or email, any way that you want someone to get in touch with you, Deynellz.
All you got to do is go to google.com, type in DEYNELLZ, and everything I deal with will pop up right there. Videos, MySpace, anything you want is right there. I got at least 10 videos out there that I need people to see. I got tons of songs out there. I just chose to bring that one out today. But, you know, we all going to eat, hopefully, in the future, and I'm looking forward to your insight, sir.
All right. No doubt. With Deynellz, we thank you very much. We had Deynellz tonight in our artist spotlight from upstate New York. And, hey, we're going to take a break real quick, play some quick music. We're going to come back and talk some more with our guest co-host, Angelo Ellerby, the public relations guru. And also, we're going to be hearing coming up very shortly from Kamari Benson to give us the industry inside scoop. Y'all know how he does it every week. We never know what Kamari Benson is going to be telling us about what's going on in the industry. But we'll be right back